making sure I'm good on my phone. Sony Life, Sony A7 III Life, but we're not talking about that. We're gonna be talking about this pretty plant right here, the Skeleton Key Epipremnum. Epipremnum. I guess that's how they say Epipremnum. Epipremnum. Keep watching. Hey, how's it going? My name is Gerard. I am an exotic plant collector, and this is my YouTube channel where I talk about my plants and video them so I can tell you, and also to document them so I can look back in the future or in the past so I can see how they've grown, so I can feel proud of myself if I'm, sticking to the path of the plant care journey. It's a good journey. Anyway, if this is the first time you've watched my channel, please hit that like and subscribe button. I appreciate your support. And also share my videos about plants and plant care. Disclaimer, all my plant care videos, they are advice for me to give you a general idea how to take care of your plants in your house. Some things may differ. My temperatures might not be the same as yours. My humidity might not be the same as yours. My water chemistry might not be the same as yours. It's just a whole bunch of different variables. So use what I'm saying to your advantage, kind of see what works for you. And if you have any questions, you can hit me up on Instagram at Gerard_horticulture_culture. And maybe we could wrap and talk about your plants if anything's going wrong. So what I have in my hand right now is a rescue import plant from Indonesia. I believe I got it from New Life Tropicals. It came to me not looking like this, but it came to me looking like it was on its deathbed and it was about to die because some things got held up in shipping. So the plant really stressed itself out. And I haven't really been talking about this plant at all. I just been really wanting to see, for one, I just been bringing it back to life and not telling anybody about it. That's just to be honest. But now I want to tell you about it, of course, because we're talking about it right now, because it wasn't showing you like the skeleton key type of thing. When I got it, it was almost in this juvenile form where you at the bottom you can see where the juvenile leaves aren't really looking like a skeleton key. It's almost looking like a green Cebu blue. But as it got a little taller up here, there was like some type of ridging going on. You can see it right there. And then as it got taller, like the leaves kind of did that key thing. Then up here, as we're getting taller, they're looking more like a key. And this is its newest leaf. I'm training it to climb on this pole so it can do its mature forming. And it hasn't really started to attach itself, but I think it thinks that it's climbing because it's not really wrapping. It's going everywhere. Light is everywhere. I am giving. Well, let's talk about light. Lighting is critical. I'm gonna put it right here. Lighting is critical for all plants because it encourages photosynthesis. That's how the plant eats, stuff like that. But what I'm giving it, as far as for light, is 230 foot candles of light for 12 hours a day, artificial light. And that's what I'm giving it. If you have if you have a window, a big large window, east facing window would be ideal, but that's what I'm giving it. 12 hours of artificial light, around 240 foot candles, and it's definitely trying to jump towards the light. My node spacings, they're not that tight. It seems like they're a good distance. The leaves not burning. This newest leaf had a little hole in it. I'm not sure what happened, but the rest of the leaves look pretty good. You can see what's going on. I'll probably do a B-roll, and it's actually dividing here. You can see how shiny that new leaf is coming out right there. That's pretty cool. Like I said, I really wanted this plant, but when I got it, it just wasn't how I imagined it in the picture. So it was kind of like a depressing thing. Usually, to be honest with you, usually most of my imports, they don't come looking like they come in the picture. It's usually a fight to bring them back. That's why I like to shoot videos to tell you about my experiences, because some of my experiences, well, most of my experiences buying imports weren't the best. It's just, okay, I'm getting a nice different plant that's usually not around from overseas. That's thrilling. But when you get the plant, it's like a couple weeks after you get the plant and you're just taking care of it, you really want that instant gratification, where most of the time you're not going to get that instant gratification. And if you look at my other videos, I was happy I got the plant, but I wasn't getting the instant gratification of a nice looking plant like this. And look, I got a Japanese ladybug on my plant, because I've been inviting, it's flying around, just flew somewhere. Been inviting ladybugs. Well, it's season. It's changing from fall to winter, and these ladybugs are coming in, and that's a whole nother story. But we're talking about the Epipremnum. I have it in a almost like an aroid mix, I guess you would say, light perlite, light pumice, soil, about 40% soil, nothing spectacular. I water it. I do the finger test. I water it probably 2 or 3 days after I see the top 2 inches, 2 or 3 inches are dry, and then I water it. I bottom water it. I know a lot of people talk about top watering and bottom watering. Bottom watering works for me because it's just when I'm top watering it, the water might overflow, and then you got dirt everywhere if I don't have a container, if I'm putting it in a sink. So I've been getting these plastic containers and just putting the plant in the plastic containers, and they're not that big. They kind of go around the pot. I've just been getting plastic containers when I buy fruit. I just reuse them and water the plants that way. They don't take up a lot of space. Now they're pretty much handy, and it costs me nothing to buy like a container. Like I said, it's fruit or whatever. I just clean it out, sanitize it, and start to water my plants in it. So I bottle water the plant. And what else? Feeding. I haven't fed this plant because the soil that I have used, which I think it was a Fox Farm product, which is non-sponsored, by the way. It was a Fox Farm product that I mixed with the it's like an aeroid mix product. I just blended them all together just to make sure we're getting a lot of aeration, a lot of air getting to the roots, and it's not a compacted soil, because those plants do not like compacted soil. They are growing, it likes to climb, so it just wants air. It's looking for air for the roots, so that's what it likes to do. It just likes to climb and move around. So I just wanted to give it everything that it's getting in its normal habitat, or I try to get close to it, because right now it's 52 degrees, or my humidity is about 52 right now. It fluctuates between like 30 to 40 to 52, so it's like never a swing. But I do have my plants kind of together, and not where they're touching, but just together where they can allow the respiratory process of releasing water through their leaves, and they can all probably profit from that and benefit from that. So it's a lot going on in different spaces, but generally the room's at 52 degrees humidity, or 52% humidity. Generally I would say in that area, but like I said, if you have, your house is not like mine, I'm just giving you a general idea where I generally keep the humidity. So that's your humidity. What else? It hasn't had any pests. A lot of my philodendrons, if I'm bringing them back and they are being rescued from shipment, usually they'll be attacked by something, thrips, mealybugs, something, because they're just at that vulnerable point. This one, it took off. I really didn't know what it was, because like I said, the plant that I got were just bad. So it wasn't no fault to New Life. It was just what happens with shipping. So I think I went over everything. Watering, humidity, light, the feeding. If I do feed it, I always give it like a natural fertilizer. You can do whatever works for you, but I just use natural fertilizer, like a really low dose 222. And when I do start to feed it, I will probably do that every 2 weeks or every week, maybe once a month, depending on how the plant reacts to it, during whatever growing stages. So right now it's the beginning of December and the plant is taking off, so this thing is not waiting for the summer or the spring. It's taking off now in the winter, and we're waiting for Christmas. So yeah, that's pretty much what I got, man. I really love this plant. I think I got it from New Life for about $30, and then again you got to worry about the phyto certificate and stuff like that. So when I bought this plant, I also bought it with a bunch of other ones just to make the extra fees make sense, like the shipping and stuff like that. So me and a couple friends of mine buy in bulk when we're buying plants overseas, because that's what kind of makes it more, that's how you can offset costs and make things work. I will be trying to propagate this thing very soon. I just couldn't wait to see, I guess a week ago, it started doing this as far as for showing the leaves as a key. And I believe I'll get, as it gets bigger and bigger and taller, I'll probably add one more connection to this moss pole. It already has 2 connections, because I want to see it bigger, and I want to see more of the formation of the skeleton key, because that's what I bought it for. So after, let's say 6-7 months maybe, I'm starting to see what its true version of itself starts to look like. So I just felt like I could tell you about it right now, how I'm taking care of it. To be honest with you, I think it's a very easy growing plant. It actually, it was a slow taking off, like as it is with most of my plants. Once they are recovering from like a bad shipment, it takes them a while to wake up, I guess. It takes them about 3, maybe 4 months to wake up. And after that 4 or 5 months, then you'll start to see growth once you're giving it that TLC. Well, I can tell my plants are just exploding after they take off, because I can tell the leaf spacing. It's not really trying to stretch for light. And up here, it's actually was closer to the light. So that's why you got the smaller node spacing here rather than here, because I've been trying to push it away, just to see, just to make sure I'm not burning it or anything like that. But it's looking for light. It's definitely looking for light. It's growing pretty fast. I want to say it's a fast grower. It's not variegated. I don't know if there's any variegated ones out there, but I do like this plant, and I think that's all I got for you guys. I think that's all I got. Watering, humidity, lighting, feeding, growing. I just talked about growing. I don't write these videos. I just shoot them from the hip. I'm a hip shooter plant person, because I just tell you how I was taking care of it. What else am I doing? Nah, that's pretty much it. Oh, terracotta pot. I like terracotta pots for my aeroids, because just air is getting through here also. And I do recommend you have it climb on something, as you see here. Other than that, I think I've addressed everything. If you have any questions about your Epipremnum skeleton key, hit me up on Instagram or leave a comment in my comment section below. That's all I got for you. Thanks for watching, and keep growing.